Hello, my diet tribe. Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Diabetes with Nkirika, where I always share life changing tips from a lived experience lens. So, today I'll be discussing about the behind the scenes struggles I experience with diabetes, and I'm sure a vast majority of persons living with diabetes face the same too. Living with diabetes honestly comes with many behind the scenes struggles that aren't always visible to others. So, here are some daily challenges I face. Number one, the constant monitoring of my blood sugar levels. Honestly, I have to check my blood sugar levels like multiple times in a day using my continuous glucose monitoring device. And I know that for some people that don't have the CGM, they have to prick their fingers to check their blood sugars, and that can be a very, very big challenge. And the mental burden of keeping my numbers within range while balancing like my diet, my exercise, and medication, it can be very overwhelming sometimes. And then the second daily struggle is the food anxiety and meal planning. Every meal that I have to eat requires very, very careful consideration of the portion size, the carbs, and the sugar. And sometimes when I go out for social eating, it can be quite very, very stressful because you wonder, is the meal healthy? Or you have that feeling of being judged. The third challenge is the emotional toll and decision fatigue, the never ending circle of decisions about my food, my activities, my insulin doses. Most often, it leads to a burnout, and then the fear of long term complications also adds to this emotional stress. I remember when I was much younger, I always told myself the fear of diabetes complications is the beginning of diabetes knowledge. So I've always had this at the back of my mind, and this always kept me on my toes to try and keep my numbers in check. And the fourth challenge, daily challenge, is the low blood sugar levels and the high blood sugar levels. Both high and low blood sugar levels actually require attention, which always interrupts my work or my sleep process. This is something that you have no power over. If it's too high, whatever you're doing will be interrupted. If it's too low, whatever you're doing is interrupted. So you must take a break and sort out either the high or the low blood sugar levels. And common knowledge tells us that low blood sugars can lead to unconsciousness. So that's the reason why you have to keep everything down when you notice your blood sugars are low. And common knowledge also tells us that high blood sugar levels can lead to fatigue, headaches, and subsequently long-term damage to the organs. And then number five, this might not affect me directly, but I know a number of people that the cost of the diabetes care affects so much. Many people globally, especially those living with diabetes, they have the struggle of being able to afford the necessary supplies, and this leads to rationing of insulin and oral diabetes medications. And sometimes, because of the cost of healthcare, people even skip going to appointments. So this is really, really important. So many people living with diabetes struggle with the cost of diabetes care. And then my sixth daily struggle is the physical and mental exhaustion. Oh, yes, physical and mental exhaustion. Whew. Managing diabetes is a 247 job, and it can be very tiring and oftentimes leads to burnout. And anxiety, depression are very, very common in persons living with diabetes. It takes a lot, as in you're constantly making decisions, and this leads to physical and mental exhaustion. That's why most weekends I don't even want to step out of my house. I want to use that time to recuperate, to stay at home and get back my physical and mental strength. It can be quite draining. And then the seventh challenge I face daily: misconceptions and judgments from others. I'm also very lucky that I've got a family that don't judge me. Rather, we work together as a unit. But some people, or most people living with diabetes, are faced with daily judgment from even their loved ones. And then there's so much misconceptions. So these are things that so many people out there I know deal with. But you know, the good thing that despite all these daily struggles, I have become like incredibly resilient, and I navigate all these daily challenges with strength. And most often, people around me, they don't even realize how much effort goes into simply wanting to stay healthy and alive. So I want to encourage everyone out there living with diabetes. You can do this if I can do this. So just keep your faith up, remain positive, do everything that you have to do. Never look at diabetes self-care management as a chore. I hope that this video is helping someone or has encouraged someone to keep staying healthy. It's not easy at all. It's not easy. So guys, remember, you like, subscribe, share this video to people that will benefit from this video. And I'm looking forward to another video session with Let's Talk Diabetes with Nkiruka.